there, are you considering starting a company? But for lack of better words, you are simply broke. Wait a minute, I'm not here to answer all your prayers or erase the fact that you might need money to start a company. However, this live stream will be providing some tips or alternative ways to go about achieving your dreams, even though you might not be financially buoyant at the moment. Well, sit tight, grab a drink, I will be back right after this, okay? Welcome, everyone, to yet another intriguing, innovative series called Entrepreneur Series. I'm your host, Connie. Welcome. If this is your first time joining us, please make sure you subscribe on our YouTube channel because we are live on YouTube right now. So make sure you click that subscribe button and like and share this video, okay, so your friends can join in. And if you're on Facebook, please also share this live stream to all your friends, so they can join in the fun that we are about to have today. So, guys, how is everyone doing? Please, I want to know how you're doing. Go ahead in the comment section down below. Let me know how you are doing today, how you're feeling. Type in "I'm blessed" if you are doing okay. And also at the same time, please make sure you let me know where you're watching from. What country, what city, what state. Let me know so I can shout you out because I would like to do that. Give me a second. So, I want to know. Go ahead, guys. Let me know where you're watching from, so we can shout you out. And you guys know what it is. We have to commit this live stream to God Almighty, because He's the maker and finisher of our lives. So, the Bible verse of today will be from First Timothy chapter 6, 20 to 21, and I read. O Timothy, guard the deposit entrusted to you. Avoid the irrelevant babble and contradiction of what is forcefully called knowledge. For by professing it, some have swerved from their faith. Grace be with you. Amen. Guys, it's good to gain new knowledge and grow, but make sure, with the help of the Holy Spirit, of course, whatever knowledge that you are getting is not deviating you from God, which is the Messiah. So you can gain knowledge, but make sure that knowledge is not pushing you away from God, because that's the most important thing. Okay, guys, what's this entrepreneur series all about? Is a safe place, or should be a safe place, for us to discover different ways to make money. For example, starting a new business that can yield a profitable revenue. Think of this as a fresh start to a brighter future for you and your family. You should expect this live stream to premiere every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you join us every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. So if you can stay to watch it the whole time, don't worry, we got you. I'll be converting this to a podcast that'll be released tomorrow at 3 p.m. on Sunday at 3 p.m. So expect to listen to it, listen to the full episode on a podcast, okay? And expect guests that are expertise on their individual field coming to this show to share some of their wisdom and knowledge, and in turn educate us on how to run a successful business. Always ask questions during this live stream, because we do welcome all questions. Any feedback, any question, we welcome it all, okay? Because we want to hear from you guys, okay? I want this to be very engaging. I want you guys to be engaging on this live stream. So today's topic, what is it all about? So today's topic is starting a company with no financial backing. And I have a special guest with me today. She is the founder and CEO of LUMA Luxury Matchmaking Company, services. She has a master's in business management and has been a life and dating coach for more than 10 years. In 2010, she founded LUMA, a privately held matchmaking service matchmaking clients in 40 plus states across the United States, with more than 25,000 elite members seeking committed relationships and an 83% success rate. Yes, that's pretty good. The firm has the largest database of high caliber singles like no other matchmaking company. LUMA matchmakers have live coaching training to ensure clients are prepared in all aspects of a successful relationship, starting with themselves, because that's very, very important. She has been featured in Forbes, CBS, Fox News, and Bravo's hit TV show, The Real Housewives of Orange County. You know we like those reality TV shows, so she has been featured in that, the one in Orange County. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and welcome our guest, April Davis. Hi, April. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. So how are you? How are you feeling today?
Doing just fine. It's Saturday, so I can't complain. I'm going to a bachelorette party slash kind of get together this
Yeah,
evening. So someone's getting married. I'm really excited about that, of course. So
that's good.
can't.
I always love that.
Mhm. Same here. I mean, it's the business that I'm in, of course. So it's
Yes. Eh,
really important, I think, for everyone to find that person and have a great relationship.
yes, that's definitely. So the bachelorette that you're going, the couple, did you match make them or they found it on their own?
Well, I was more of a coach with her. But she found him on her own, but I was coaching her along the way with this one.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
know you are the founder of the Luma luxury matchmaking business, but when you were a kid, was this always your dream?
I've always been a connector and I always would put people together. And actually, the first time I put a couple together that ended up getting married was when I was 16 years old. So
Wow.
I wasn't even aware at that time what a matchmaker was. And it wasn't until, just over 10 years ago where I realized this is a whole industry and this is something that I can go after wholeheartedly. And, it's my passion for sure. And I just love helping people. And, making an introduction for someone is the biggest way that you can have a huge impact in somebody's life, it's just an introduction. So it could be through business, it could be for, friendships, of course, and then, of course, relationships. And it makes a huge dramatic impact on people.
Yeah, you mentioned introduction. Sometimes it's hard for singles to mingle. Even just you seeing a stranger going to talk to them is so hard for some people. And I know some people are very shy and timid. So, your business definitely will benefit them a lot to go out there because you have to start with introduction. But I don't want us to talk much about that matchmaking business here. So let's go ahead to the topic of today is starting a business, with no financial backing. Starting a business of any form requires money. Up until the day I met you, which is online, I have not heard that you can actually start a business without any financial backing. So you started your business with no financial backing, of course, because you have an experience with that. What does that even mean?
Well, I just started doing it more. I started, first of all, it started off kind of as a hobby. And then I was doing it for about a year just for fun. And, I wanted to grow my network. So it was my own investment, personal investment of my time and my money and resources. But I had a full-time job at the time. I was in corporate America working in process improvement. So I took my background and expertise in process improvement and basically I applied those to the dating world. So I had done a lot of research and learned a lot about the dating services that are out there. And I realized, where there was a gap and what I could do differently to help people. And so I basically took that and created the company. And now we're a nationwide service. And, it wasn't until about 4 years in that I actually quit my corporate job. So I was doing both of them and it was a ton of work. I'd start at 5 a.m. in the morning and wouldn't stop working until 10 o'clock at night every day. So it was quite quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. So you have to kind of hold on to your job for a little while, a little longer before your company started booming, then you would let it go. You didn't just quit your job and go in, because I know a lot of successful entrepreneur will advise upcoming entrepreneur to ensure their idea and plan of execution is well thought out before venturing to a new business. So what do you think about that? Because it seems like that's what you did at first.
Absolutely. And I also had hired people too. So while I was still working my corporate job, I hired other people to help to run my business. And, there were people I knew that I would need as support, even if I wasn't working my corporate job. So it's getting things going and the processes in place and moving in the right direction before I finally took that leap. And the financials proved out to me that that was when the time was right for me to leave my corporate position. I just knew that okay, I was making it was more success. It was going to be a lot more successful for me to be able to just go full fledged into the matchmaking company.
Wow. So basically, you had to have a job first for you to run your business and then start saving, right?
Right. I mean, I had started saving up and, had hired some people to help me to do everything and, got the processes in place, got everything rolling. And then I committed 100% by quitting my prior role.
Oh, you say, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you clear. You say you hired someone to be
Yep,
helping
I
you to
hired,
run the business.
correct. I had three people working for me before I finally left my corporate job. So I think it was important to, just to help me to be able to manage everything and do everything because you can't just do it by yourself. And you have to evaluate, okay, how much is your time worth? And can you hire somebody to do different tasks for less money than your individual time is worth? And so I just kept doing that and kept doing that until it was apparent that okay, in order for us to grow, I needed to go 100% into it.
Wow. Okay. Wow. You must have already saved a lot of money for you to afford to pay those people that was working for you, huh?
Well, the business was making money, so things were
Oh,
rolling
yes.
and moving. So I wasn't just paying them, out of my pocket to begin with. I had started it kind of as a side hustle, right? It was a side job, and then it started growing and growing more and more, and got to the point where I had one person and added another, and then eventually a third, and it became evident that okay, it was time for me to go 100% into it.
Wow. So you said the business were making money for you, so that's how you're able to pay those people. But when it wasn't making money for you yet, when you first started, did you start it with people working for you?
No, no, I was just doing it, in the early morning, during the day sometimes, and after work. So I would just, that's when I was, like I said, I was working 5 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. So I was doing, I'd start off the day working on the matchmaking business, and then I would get ready, go to my corporate job, work for that company, and then go home and start working back again for the matchmaking business. So, and I'd work weekends, of course. And so eventually, it kept growing and growing until I was able to hire people and get some support and stuff to get things rolling so I could do other things. So,
Oh wow, that's definitely a good plan that you had. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to Vent Time with Connie podcast live show. We are talking about starting a business with no financial backing with my guest April Davis. Davis, please feel free to pitch in your feedback or questions in the comment section down below because we would like to hear from you. So going back to our discussion, April, you started your business from basically you say like from ground up. No, now your company, LUMA Luxury Matchmaking Business, has been featured in Forbes, CBS, even Bravo's hit TV show, Real Housewives of Orange County. How did that all started for you? Because I didn't you didn't mention it at the beginning, but I won't go more in depth. How did it all started for you, and what was the motive behind it?
what part start happening? The publicity or just, or what do you mean?
Yes, the whole company, the whole idea
Oh,
of doing
the company?
matchmaking.
Well, so I had done it. I had put together a couple when I was 16, and then I've always been a connector. And I basically, and also my background's in process improvement. So I took my background in process improvement and applied it to the dating industry and created the business and just kept growing it and growing it. And now we're actually an Inc. 5,000 fastest growing company this year as well.
Wow, congratulations. That's good. Wow.
Thanks.
It's 4,000 investors.
Inc. 5,000. The Inc. 5,000 is the list of the top 5,000 fastest growing companies in the U.S. and we are on that list as well.
Wow, that's good. So that seems like a lucrative business. So how do you make money doing matchmaking? How do you make money from that?
So our clients are typically busy professionals and executives that are looking for the right person. You know, it's not just the people that are shy, it's people that just don't have the time and they don't want to deal with the online dating stuff, but they want to find the right person. And so they retain our services to help them to find that person. And we'll meet with our clients, we get to know them and understand who they are and who they're looking for. And then we also have our own database of individuals that we can select from. So we'll interview them and decide who we think is a good match for who, and we will set them up on a date. We plan the date and everything, so our clients, just show up and have fun, get to know the other person, and decide if there's a love potential, and go from there.
Wow. And I'm sure, I mean, finding love is something everybody wants to find. So I'm sure they want to pay for it, for you guys to help them out, find it. So that's such a great insight. I mean, apparently matchmaking is your passion because you say you started when you were 16. And some people struggle to mix their passion with business because they don't know how to basically combine both. So at any point in your business, did you ever feel like it was becoming more of you aiming to make money rather than wanting people to find meaningful and lasting relationship?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of what I do is administrative. You know, I'm running the business, I'm hiring people, and but so there is the business side of things, but ultimately the people I hire, they all have the same values, they all have the same goal and vision and passion for helping people to find the one and ultimately get married. There's nothing more rewarding to us than when a couple ends up together and gets married, or we get feedback that they had a great date. That's what really keeps us going and keeps us thriving in this type of industry. So I mean, of course, you have to deal with business stuff all the time, especially as the owner. And I'm not as close to the clients as I was when I first started the company, but I still have a lot of my own clients that I keep in touch with that are happily paired up and married, and I see photos of them having kids or getting married, or I've been to several weddings, and I have one coming up here. So it's very exciting and very rewarding always.
Yes, it definitely is. And your company have like 83% success rate. So what would be because I know you have met a lot of clients, you have worked with a lot of people and match make them. But what is the most memorable experience you had with your client? Like basically when they go to date and come back, like and they succeed, like they realize they're meant for each other. What is the most memorable story that you just couldn't forget that make you kind of appreciate your job?
Yeah, well, I have one couple that comes to mind, and they actually shared their story in a video, and it's on our website if anyone wants to see it. But it's Kent and Connie, and Kenton is a widow, and he came to us, and he was ready to go on and find that right person. He didn't think the online world was for him, and he had been married for 20 years and was getting back out there again. And so I really took a lot of time and worked with him a lot. I helped him, I went to his house and helped him pick out what to wear. Hooked him up with a hairstylist as well as an interior designer, and just really helped him to get ready. And then he started dating, and eventually I introduced him to his girlfriend now, Connie, and she is just a beautiful person inside and out, and just has a huge heart. They're both really smart people, so just seeing them together and just knowing both of them separately, and then knowing how happy they are together now, it's extremely rewarding because they've both had. I mean, like everybody, we've all been through a lot of stuff, but I knew both of their stories really helped well really well because they were both clients of mine, and that was really close to them. So just to see them happy and them together, it's just extremely rewarding. And they're they're adorable. They're just a really sweet, cute couple. And people can, if you want to learn more about them or hear about it in their own words, it's on our website, so you can see that interview there.
Yeah, I would definitely go check it out. And guys, please do go check it out too. And I know you say the guy he has a girlfriend now, it worked out for them. So how do you guys measure the success? Is it like when they lead to marriage, or when they just found love, find each other and just become boyfriend and girlfriend?
When they're in a relationship, because not everybody ends up getting married, of course, but our goal is for them to meet someone that they enter into a relationship with.
Oh wow, okay. So that makes sense. That's good to know. Sometimes it doesn't work out. It's not everybody that it worked out for. So at the beginning stage, like how did you recruit people? Um how do you recruit people to your business? Because matchmaking, a lot of people do not even believe in it. Like you said, the guy didn't believe in online dating and stuff like that. How did you convince people to use your services?
Well, I think a lot of it is you get to know, you talk to people, you get to know them, they see that we're real and we are genuine and want to help them. And it's it's not just like with online dating, people just throw out profiles and they want different kinds of things. Sometimes there's people just trying to scam other people. Sometimes there's people just looking for a hookup, And if you want a serious committed relationship, someone that goes through the matchmaking process, is going to be on the same level. And it's just like anything in life. If you want to be the best at it, or if you want to be successful in something, you outsource it and you find the best in the industry to help you. The best coaches, the best, dry cleaners if you want your clothes dry cleaned well. It's just it's finding those people to help you to be successful.
Yes, and your company takes time when it comes to selecting clients or matchmaking people to at least make sure that they are a good match.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Yeah.
right. That's exactly what we do. We interview them, we meet with them, so we see what they really look like and not just their photos. and
Yes.
um, right.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad you guys are taking your time in there. And we are coming to the end of this conversation, but what advice do you offer to people that want to start a business but they don't have money at the moment?
Well, I would say get whatever it is that you want to do, go and work for that type of company and learn as much as you can, or work for a couple of them and just get that insight. It's free college. So you pay money to go to school so they can train you how to do a job at some point.
Yes.
But I think the best thing that somebody should do is get an internship or go and work for whatever type of company it is that you or industry that is that you want to break into, and that way you'll learn the insight, all the insights. But what I did is I just started from scratch. I just basically figured it out, and I learned along the way. But it would have been probably would have been really helpful for me to have got some insight or actually experience working for another matchmaking company ahead of time. But I think that it's also part of why our company is the way it is. But I just think you always should be trying to learn from others. And I've learned a ton from the people that work for me, because a lot of them they've been in the industry for years, or they just have great insights and different perspectives on things. So it's important to continue to grow and learn.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. We did made a great point. Like sometimes if you need to do something, you have to invest in yourself, learn about whatever that you're trying to do. So because that's the
Mhm.
best way to start. You just don't want to deep in, without actually
Right.
knowing what you're getting yourself into. And guys, I do have links in the episode on this a description of this episode if you are gonna be listening to the podcast for you to check out in investing in yourself because you need to know what you're getting yourself into before you do. So, guys, we have come to the end of this discussion, but before we go, I want to talk about our website. We do have a website, like you guys know, but if you don't know, we do have a website. Go check it out. Our website name is ventimewithconniepodcast.com. Make sure you go check us out and support as well as we can and buy the merch products, okay? And we'll greatly appreciate any little amounts that you donate to us as well too. So, April Davis, how can my people reach you? How can my audience find you or find your services? Because I know a lot of people listening want love. They desire
Right.
someone to love them. So, where can they find you?
If anyone is single and looking for love, they can just go to our website at www.lumasearch.com. And Luma stands for Luxury Matchmaking. So it's LUMA Search, SEARCH.com. And fill out the profile form and then set up a time to meet with a matchmaker and go from there. So we'd love to meet them. No, we need as many single people as possible, always.
Yes, definitely, guys. Go check it out. For those listening to in the podcast, make sure you go to the description of this episode that you're listening to check out the link to the website. And the website is www.lumasearch.com. So make sure you go check it out, okay? So you can find yourself some love, okay? Especially in this COVID, you need some love. Just
Absolutely.
joking. Okay, thank you so much, April, for being a guest today on this podcast. Your hard work speaks volume, okay? And the fact that you were able to turn simple idea like matchmaking to a greater business idea is mind blowing to me because a lot of people are just doing it. They haven't even thought about, what, I can actually make this into a business. So I would not have thought someone can do such thing, and you did accomplish it. So with the knowledge that you have shared on this topic and your wealth of experience will definitely motivate anyone listening to want to get up and do something, no matter how little the idea might seem. So, on
Right.
behalf of myself and my viewers and listeners, well, it's a great pleasure having you, and thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Take that one out. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of this topic and this episode. Thank you guys so much for joining. It was quite a short one, and I hope I didn't take too much of your time. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you come back again on Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. Central Time to join us live on Facebook and YouTube because we are on YouTube. And talking about YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube and like this video and share it. Okay, give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And comment below what you think about the video. I would like to hear from you guys. Okay, thank you guys so much. Make sure you check out our social handles. It's in the description of this video and this podcast. So this episode. So make sure you check us out and follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at Ventam with Connie. And you can find our guest contact, the website, so you can go find yourself some love, because how matchmaking business seems like a very legit one. And they take their time to surf through these partners for you, okay? So definitely go check it out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And you do have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And this is your host, Connie, signing out. Bye bye.